Hi, my name is David Aaron and I'm a clinical psychologist at the Department of Clinical and Health Psychology for Mid Yorks Trust. And I'm talking to you about uncertainty. Uncertainty is what we commonly refer to as worry, and it's characterized by a lack of clear information about what's happening, accompanied with overwhelming emotions of fear, anxiety, and panic. Uncertainty isn't a new thing specific to the COVID-19 outbreak. It's something we deal with day in, day out, and that might sound obvious, but I think when there are crises like this, it's easy for people to think that they are experiencing something that's unusual, that's specific to them. It's not. It's something we deal with all the time. The reason we're more aware of uncertainty at this time is because our ability to deal with it in the usual ways, help in terms of our problem solving, are reduced. So we're much more aware because the uncertainty is on a grander scale. So we're usually pretty good at dealing with it, so much so that we don't know it's there. So it's very normal, very understandable, and it's something that affects us all. We do vary as individuals in how much we can tolerate uncertainty from situation to situation, day to day. So it might be difficult for us to really get an overall sense of how we're coping with this because our feelings of uncertainty will become more or less clear at different times. So, what do we do with uncertainty? Well, the first thing to do, if you can, is to try and separate out the things we can control from the things we can't. So we talk about these things around specific uncertainty that we can problem solve, and then hypothetical uncertainty that we can't. So what I mean by hypothetical uncertainty are some of the bigger questions, the more broad, vague questions like how long is this going to go on? How will we cope? Will this put us at danger? And what access to equipment do we have? How is our department going to cope? And how are we going to deal with this? So we need to control what we can. So it can actually help to make lists to separate out the worries that we have, whether the problem can be solved in any way, whether actions can reduce the amount of uncertainty, and then what uncertainty remains. And this will often be a hypothetical worry that more information requests and more action are not going to help. They're just going to leave us with more questions and more uncertainty. So it's important it's not just about what you do, but it's important about what you don't do to manage the uncertainties that you have. With the uncertainties that remain, the bigger worries, that's where being present in the current situation, the present moment, can help. So trying to balance the worries we have in the future with the task in front of us. And the more we can do that, the better. An approach that is all about staying present in the moment is mindfulness. And we can use this discreetly outside of work or in breaks within our work through mindfulness meditation sessions. And those are available readily on YouTube, as well as some that we've produced for our own YouTube channel. The other way in which you can be mindful is within each task. So you can do it within your work. And essentially it's about staying present with what you're doing in that moment and managing those worries that are the hypothetical worries around the future that can provide barriers to what we're doing now. They can distract us from the present task. One way to take a break from thinking about the coronavirus is to limit our search for updates and accurate information. So trying to limit this to the daily government update as well as the daily update from Martin, our chief exec. And also within that, trying to limit our other sources of unofficial information that might come from Facebook feeds and YouTube videos, for example, which can actually serve to create more anxiety and uncertainty. Whilst it's important to be psychologically or mentally present at work during your shifts and tasks. It's also important to have some time away from thinking about coronavirus, and whether that's within work, in conversation with colleagues, or with friends and family, just a sense of escape from the whole situation. And that's how we can deal with uncertainty in a different way.